This is live. This is our first Facebook Live, everyone.
I know it's Facebook. I don't know what the hell my Facebook is.
No. Go to the Google chat. She put the link in there.
I did. I clicked on it. It's making me log into freaking Facebook.
Okay.
It's Facebook Live. Of course you're going to log into Facebook.
You're on speaker and everyone can hear you.
Okay. I click on it.
Uh-huh. Oh, you have to click, like, use microphone and camera.
Okay. I click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows me a page that
Uh-huh.
says sign in with Facebook or Messenger.
Here she is.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I sign in with?
Facebook.
I don't know my Facebook.
It's not, like, just saved in there?
I don't log into Facebook on my computer.
Lord Jesus.
Are we already live? Is everybody watching that? Like,
Yes.
IT people just struggle the hell out of it? Okay.
That's what's happening. I mean, I can put you on speakerphone, and you just won't be on camera this time.
Hold on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to KHIT Reads.
Yeah, I can't log in. I don't know.
The Struggle Bus Edition.
The Struggle Bus Edition. Rebekah and Dani, you can hear Amber, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just know she's here with us, and she's adorable. So, Dani, this is kind of your thing. You want to introduce it?
Yeah. So we all read, right? Or most of us read in some way, shape, or form. So I thought this would be fun for all of us to share what we're reading. Everybody wants suggestions, even if you're reading kids' books because you have children, or maybe you just don't have kids and you like kids' books. It's fine. But sharing
Is
sharing
Karen.
is caring. Yeah. So
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm reading Fit or Fat.
I'm reading Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
All right. Who wants to go first for real?
I'll go first. Okay, so I just finished a book called The Summer of '69. It was just like a fun, it's by Elin Hilderbrand. I'm gonna show the summary of it. It was a good read. It's like an easy read. It was fun. The ending was a little like, really, I just read 500 pages for this, but it was a good like summer read, even though it's winter and it makes you be like, okay. So I definitely suggest it, you know, just for some easy reading. So the other one I'm reading is, so my husband and I, he reads a lot of nonfiction. I read a lot of fiction. So we are suggesting one to the other. And he suggested a book to me called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book was written in 1937. This is the original that I checked out from the library.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
It is not aged well, guys. Besides the obvious like terms we don't use anymore, like Oriental to describe people, and colored to describe like African Americans. Besides those, it's all about men because it was written in 1937, right? And so women didn't even have access to their own bank accounts then. So to combat that, I'm also reading. I love to read more than one book at once, so I don't get bored. Lean In. And Dani's like, you're still reading that? I've been reading this for over a year. I'm on page 18, so I'm pretty far into it. But, it's about, you know, women.
About 3 more pages in, you're
Right?
going to be an expert on it anyway.
But it's about women work and the will to lead. And it's just about how women being described as ambitious carries a negative connotation, but for men it's positive, like, oh, he's ambitious, but you say, oh, she's ambitious. It's like bossy. You never use bossy to describe a man,
Right?
The bossy is used to describe women, which is something we need to, even though I think bossy bones is always best. You need to get rid of those words. So that's what I'm reading.
Yes, I really liked Leaned In. I did. I feel like it was stretched out a bit just because to make it into like a full-fledged book, there was some repetition, and then there's like the mommy chapters, which don't apply to me. But I think my takeaway from that book was just like thinking the way, kind of like what you were saying, like thinking about how you would describe a man and maybe it was a positive attribute. And then if you use that attribute on a woman, would that offend you, or would you see it as in a positive light? And so I think that that's something that's kind of like changed my thinking a little bit, making sure that I'm not applying a negative stereotype on things when I apply them to women versus when I apply them to men. And then also like, it's like, she's this freaking successful genius, right? And she has imposter syndrome. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, do you belong at that table? But yeah, you do. And so I don't know. I really liked it.
Yeah, the author worked for Google, Yahoo, Facebook. Like, she's a pretty big deal.
Right. I don't mean to brag.
Yeah, I don't mean to brag. I feel like she and I are going to be friends after this, so tag her in this. Sheryl.
As long as her kids are bigger. We're not. As long as her kids are bigger.
Oh, surely they are.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, Rebekah.
That's
a good segue.
Speaking of children sucking, Rebekah, what are you reading?
Okay, so Hurricane Stella's favorite book series is it's actually all done as the story of like each genre of music. So they have the story of rock, the story of pop with like a tiny little Elton John on it,
That's so
the
cute.
story of country with a tiny little Dolly, and then the story of rap, which is what we started with. We started with the story of rap, and it's stinking fantastic. They are like the cutest books ever. They actually go all the way back, like about how soul transformed into hip hop, that transformed into rap. Like, it actually does teach them about the genres. And I'm super like music oriented in our home. Like, instead of screen time, we play music through our house while they play and that type of stuff. So this is just like, it's a super cool introduction for your tiny people into music, which I think is just like an awesome thing for them to have like through their life. I just think music is such a big part of our lives, and it always helped me as a kid. So I wanted to like pass that to my kids. Aww. So Hurricane Stella loves these books. And they're all on Amazon. I actually found the first one at Michael's, The Story of Rap. So they carry it actually every February during Black History Month. They carry it. So that's when we found it, was the Black History Month books.
Do what, Dani?
So it's super cool. And then as the others have come out, we've just collected them, and she loves them. We read them like every night, the whole series. So if you have little bits, they're super fun. Even though apparently children suck, there's so much fun for these books.
Some of us just, anyway.
It's okay. When she has the zoomies, I don't like her those days. There's reasons she's not here right now.
She gets the zoomies just like the cat and the dog, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I always love her. There's just some days that I don't like her. Same thing goes for my husband.
Same.
That's okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Rebekah. Those look actually adorable. I wish I'd introduced those. Maybe KHIT should buy a couple sets for our local elementary schools.
We should totally do that. They're super cool books.
I did have a dream last night that I was hired to teach music at an elementary school.
Why?
That would be like the most interesting music class I've ever been to.
And I was like, but I wanted to teach math or science. And they're like, we're so excited you're here to teach music. So I don't know where that came from. Little anecdote there. All right, Dani, Amber, who's next?
Amber, do you want to go?
Yep, go for it.
Hold on, I'm going to join on Facebook because I logged in.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Good for you.
She just hung up on me, so hopefully she really does join.
There she is.
I figured it out. I don't log into my Facebook except on my phone, and it's saved in there, and so I couldn't remember what email it uses, and because I have like 5 emails. Okay. So I recently finished reading Drop Dead Gorgeous by Lauren Landish. It's a really good like romantic comedy book. It's really funny. It actually made me laugh out loud. And then the kids look at me funny because I'm reading on my phone and I'm laughing at my phone, and they're like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "It's the book I'm reading. You wouldn't understand." It's about this lady who is the coroner for this county, and in her early in her life, she lost a lot of people around her. So everybody in the county thinks that she's bad luck and that she'll actually, kill you and take you to her morgue. And then this guy comes and tells everybody off, and it's really good.
I might.
Is it the one, which one, who's the author?
Lauren Landish.
Because it's like, apparently it is a super popular book title. Yeah, there are so many Drop Dead Gorgeouses. So Landish, I'm gonna make a note, and when we pull this down, I'll like put them in the notes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't find it on my thing.
Here comes Katie's server.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Nigel, you're
We're live.
live.
We're live on Facebook.
You're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Why?
It's a new series called KHIT Reads. KHIT Reads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lauren Landish has a lot of really good books. I've read a couple of hers.
Yeah. I like Eileen. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Maybe that'll be for next time.
I'll let you get on.
Okay. You're dismissed.
Sounds good. Next time.
It's recording. Now you're
Drop Dead Gorgeous is also for like 18 and older. So
yeah,
that's good to know.
Somebody please
So we have the whole.
send Steve the link to this later so he can see like his first appearance.
I will. We had a guest, we had a guest star, and it was anticlimactic. He reads Reddit.
Special guest. We should make Eli our special guest next
We
time.
should. We'll have to do it later in the day because he's 2 hours behind us and he doesn't like
Yeah,
that.
we'll do a later one and make Eli our special guest.
Okay.
all
right.
So these,
What you got? Thank you, Mary.
I'm reading Fiber Fueled by Dr. B. So this is the book that I'm actually reading, because I do a lot of audiobooks, and I'm only 60% of the way through, but it's totally changed my life already. He talks about the importance of fiber and plant-based fiber, not like just fiber supplements and stuff like that, and then like eating a rainbow of fiber. So, but the great thing about Dr. Will, because his last name's too hard to explain or too hard to pronounce, is that he's so approachable. And I found him because I got mesmerized by his like Instagram stories on one of my favorite accounts that I follow, and he likes to listen to himself talk, right? And he's cute, whatever. So, and he's really smart. But the other thing I really like about this book is that not only is it approachable and it's like easy to read, he has like all of the links to the studies. Like he's not going to regurgitate the information for you in a boring manner in this book, right? But he does have links to all the studies on his website. So if you want to read further about like, is that real? Then you can go directly to the study. So because everything that he talks about is documented with research. So that's pretty awesome. And talking about your poop, let's normalize that. So if we want to talk about that, it's okay. Dr. Will suggests that we normalize talking about poo.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm all for talking about
Yeah,
that.
just don't do it one more time. That's all I ask.
I'm ready for
that's
that.
fine. I mean, not Facebook Live. I'm just saying, like, Kate and I text each other a lot about our poo.
I mean, if we're gonna normalize it, we might as well normalize it live on Facebook.
Maybe not this round.
Okay. That's what, she has a lot of statistics in here, and this book was written in 2015. So they may be like slightly out of date, but there's a lot of statistics you can just like skip over. Yeah.
Right.
So
I listen to audiobooks all the time. Pam Jones, that's my neighbor. She let me hijack her Audible account. So like I've listened to almost all of the Walt Longmire books, which if you like listening to an old man read about a sheriff in Wyoming, it's just really it's kind of like meditating really, because it's just like on in the background. A lot of times it's a mystery. And then I've been listening to this series by Brandon Sanderson. It is it's the Stormlight Archive, and it's all fantasy. It takes place in like another universe, and
You can definitely tell
Hours.
that you don't have kids. Because you
What?
read a lot.
Well,
Because you read a lot.
audiobooks because
Oh.
I have a really hard time sitting still. So, and I don't listen to just one book at a time. So, I'll read one.
I like to jump around too. I've been listening to American Gods though for like probably a year.
Is that
It's
Neil Gaiman?
yeah.
Yeah.
I checked it out to read it, but it was in Spanish, so I had to give it back. And then so I pulled it on audio. Like I listen to it when I take the dog for a walk or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't listen to it while I work because I'll be like, "What's happening?"
That one was a hard one. Like the only books that I listen to while I'm working are ones that are just like, you know, simple mysteries or something like that that I can like have on in the background where it's one of those books. It's those books where they tell you what you've missed when you need to know what you missed. Yeah.
Remember 3 chapters ago when she got kidnapped? This is her capture.
You true crime podcast while I listen, like while I work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I love true crime.
There's one right now on Wondery. It's called The Apology Line. It's about this artist in the 80s who literally set up like an answering machine that people could call into and apologize to anonymously. And he had like multiple serial killers that called in. And like then he started communicating back and forth with the serial killers. And the artist is dead now, but the woman that like is doing the whole podcast was his wife and like was with him through all of it. It's super cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll
Awesome.
take a note of that as well.
It's called The Apology Line.
Okay.
It's a Wondery podcast. I love all the Wondery podcasts are like amazing. Like they have Bad Batch, which was about like the people that started doing bad stem cell injections into people. Like they were like not testing them the right way and like paralyzed people with bad stem cell injections. And then there's Dr. Death, which was like the first doctor that was ever criminally charged for like malpractice. He was actually criminally charged and like put in prison for it. I mean, they have some really good podcasts of stuff that you never would have thought of like happened. Like it's crazy.
Those are so fun. You guys, this was a really fun experiment. This is our first time, so you guys did super well.
You did too. And then we can share articles too.
Yeah, anything.
Books. But my goal is to finish this by next week.
I'm telling you, dude, just speed read it. You're going to get the big picture, and that's all that matters.
I'm going to finish Think and Grow Rich, and then I'm going to make the Brit read it. And then...
Yeah, I don't think you should be allowed to recommend books that he hasn't read or doesn't want him to read.
Yep.
Okay. There's a little eye at the top of our screen with a number next to it. Is that how many people are watching?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
It is.
Wait, where is it?
It's at the very top of your screen next to the live.
We just went up to 3.
No, I don't see any.
It's at the top of your screen.
But
Jones just said, "Hey, girl."
Yeah.
yeah, Pam said that. My window must look different from y'all.
This was our first edition of KHIT Reads.
Yes, and then we're gonna take that picture.
Yeah. Join us next week, right? We're doing this weekly?
No, you're gonna be gone next week, remember?
I could do it from Mexico.
You can do it from the beach.
I'll be reading a lot, so I should do
Make
it.
us feel jealous.
No.
You know you have to get a COVID
To come
test,
back?
right? No, to go.
No, just to come back.
No, you should check your email and look at the airplane thing that Steve sent you for American Airlines.
Maybe he should do it and schedule the COVID test. Just saying.
All right, well, I got to run because apparently I need a COVID test like before I leave on Friday, and it's Wednesday.
All right, bye, girls.
All right, bye, everyone.
I know.